Absolutely freak out moment, guys. So apparently with, I believe, the Skilling Chinchompas update, where they released the different various regions for the Skilling Chinchompas, they expanded the wall of Morytania to the east past what used to be just a black void outside of Meiyerditch, and isolation south of Port Fastness. And we can finally explore this outer area. It's kind of empty, admittedly, but it's there. It's not just a blank dead wall, which has existed for so much of the RS map, for so much of its history. You can explore, you can see trees and the water. It's a relief, you know, it's having something there, just a bait for exploring free players, that there's a whole quest area to be accessed. For a skilling area for people who've quested to see, you know what, this map isn't actually that ugly looking. There's always more to explore. So if what you need to do, and easiest teleport, is just take your ecto file and run south of the main city. The first thing you'll notice is the Viridian Champas, which I think is like tier 2 on the top gen Champas. Granted, these are better than the reds only because they're so much cheaper. And considering how the Chinchompas are still somewhat bugged, it's nicer to get like second level than, you know, paying what used to be like 3 to 4k for the reds. So if you go past that region, it's mostly just dead trees and grass. And if you see over here is the Darkmire City. That's been walled off, and what's beyond? Got the standard hollow trees, nettles, and deads. Seems. The big question on everyone's minds, and why I'm making this video, is there's the Araxxor spider boss, which we know, all we know is that it's going to be somewhere in Meiyerditch and won't require a quest to complete. And it might be in this region, despite the fact that, well, this is so far away from the teleports, it's unlikely that they'll put a boss that people are going to die so much against in this abandoned area. This might be just for decoration, or they might add teleports at some point for the Dragon's Medallion. In the meantime, before all the answers are found, this is just a graphical relief for a lot of players, you know, who want to see something that's kind of decent looking. Okay, so we've got the end of the map, right at the dark pits of the city. Kind of spoiler, as I said before, for non-questers. Something to keep them curious and tempt them to get into the levels required. And what else? Somewhat curious about this set of graves that spot this area. I was hoping for some sort of pun, you know, like the wilderness graves that have all the subtle names and references, commentaries. Jeez, that's one ugly tree. But expansion, it's an adventure, something to mess around with, like what's north of the Elf City by the Irids. There's just some little gaps that you can kind of walk into and see what might be future content, but in the meantime, yeah, it's colorful, it's fun. I'm glad that they did this. Thank you, Jagex.